saw
here.
it too.
That's Virtual Forest.
Yeah, he also saw Daredevil. We can talk about it later.
Camera cut to Virtual Forest.
Yeah.
Cue his theme song. We'll record B-roll footage where it's like, it's Forest. Look at him. Virtual from head to toe. Forest. What is he doing?
I'll just do a slow camera zoom in as you're saying that. Well, yeah. So what do you want to talk about first? A lot of things to get to.
Oh, let's see. Okay, I wanted to get in because obviously I'm a man of many angers.
Yeah. Well,
A man of many angers, many piss-offs.
not angles,
And
just angers.
Now, there's one where I fucked up and have you ever did something? Okay. Have you ever have you ever said something to somebody? Okay, like this story is going to involve me saying something to somebody, not knowing they were directly involved.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I dissed something that was directly involved.
Oh, I hate doing that. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of fundraising that's like going on.
That's like when you say like, fuck, I hate this thing. And the guy, or you like, but then you remember like, oh, you probably got that for Christmas. And then they were in the room and they were like, oh no.
Well, what happened was there's a lot of fundraising that's going on like in my little sibling school, right?
Yeah.
So my mom knows about it. So like I hear about this stuff and like it's pretty frequent. Like it's like every week you hear, well, it's something to do with them. And every week you hear about something new. So then I noticed when we're at their birthday party that they have one of the fundraising things there and it's like a thing of Krispy Kreme donuts. So I was like, oh, these are good. They're like, oh yeah, it's from the fundraiser. And I was like, yeah, those fundraisers. They're like every other week. Like, wow, that's a lot. Then they're like, yeah, I do those. I'm like, oh.
No, I
So it's like, and she's like, oh yeah, that's me. I do that. Oh, sorry. I'm like, oh, it's good stuff.
I was gonna ask how you recovered from that because like,
but I fucked up already. I looked her dead in the eyes and said, you do this too much.
you did.
You do this
Wow.
way too much. And then I felt so bad and I tried to save it, but at least it's good
That's
stuff.
also that's awkward for everyone.
Passers-by, me. I didn't know what to do after. I was fucked.
You just have to laugh and play it off. Like I was just trying to make conversation. I was just playing around.
Yeah, I knew it was you, but fucking stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good save actually. Like I was just messing with you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I turn around, I'm just
Like, oh,
yeah,
just awkward moments like that. Like, you're getting food delivered and you're just like, you enjoy your meal too.
You ever had any awkward moments, Brandon?
Stuff like that, awkward moments.
Yeah. You ever been naked somewhere? Have you, Sam?
Fabutan. On his way to Fabutan.
I was actually naked.
He was walking down the
Stop saying-
street.
I went to Fabutan naked. It's such a funny statement. I went.
It was
We know the
Oh,
story about
man.
going to Fabutan naked. Like I remember one time I was so embarrassed. We went to like the fair, like the big fair that comes around every year. And like I remember like I was walking with a friend and I was young, right? Like well, I was like early teens. And like I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to him, and I turned my head and I see this stroller and there's a kid in it, somebody's pushing it, and I like move like this and I chuck myself around and I chuck myself on the ground, only against the wall. I throw myself on the ground to avoid hitting the stroller, but I like kick the wheel. And then the guy was like, "Yeah, watch where you're going, man. Like this is my kid." And I was like, but then I was like, at the same time, I was like, well, you must have not been able to watch where you're going if you were running into me too.
Wait, what the fuck happened? Well, I'm imagining you're walking down the sidewalk and then somehow you're fucking tripping over this guy's stroller. As you're falling, you fucking throw a kick, hit the wheel.
just for good measure, I kicked the kid.
Yeah.
No, like
watch where you're going, man.
Like I'm deep in conversation with my friend. He's to the right of me.
Okay,
and we're walking straight, so I'm not looking. And then he's headed, and then it's like as soon as I turn my head, they're like right there, and I don't want to run in, but I'm like mid stride, so I have to like try to like get out of the way so I don't run into the kid.
That's on him too, I think.
See, right?
He sounds like how did he not know? Why was he on like on the other? Was it a small sidewalk? Could he not like go around?
Well, it's a fair, so it's like
or a okay.
There's
So
a lot
there's
of people
plenty of
walking.
room then, right?
There's a lot of people walking.
So let's talk about what does that say?
My high school
Horny
kid.
Walker
It looks like horny welfare.
wolves.
No. What I wanted to talk about was I brought this up to you previously when we were talking on the phone. Brandon, did you know that they're okay? So we know bees as they are beautiful bees.
Oh,
They carry around pollen and they make honey, and the bees pollinate the flowers and they give good crops. Now, Those are the bees we know. Now, do you know how honey is made?
No.
Well, how honey is made is that bees eat the pollen and then they throw up the pollen and they make honey, and that's honey. It's bee puke.
Oh, yeah.
But now there's one specific type of bee, everybody. One specific type that's not a nice bee. They're called vulture bees. Now, what vulture bees
They
do?
look sick.
What vulture bees do is that they eat meat and muscle. So they're almost like flies or whatever, but they still do the puking process. So now what they do is that instead of pollen, they throw up chunks of bone and fucking meat, and they have nests too. So their nests look like a bee's nest that's made out of honey, except it's made out of like skin and bone and flesh.
It's like a zombie.
That's like
bee.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, it is.
And the bee is not yellow; it's all black. It's like black and like orange.
It's hell bees.
Are those bees around it? Around us? Are they?
Are these bees in the room with us?
Are they?
It's just
Are they
insane.
scared of talking shit?
No, are they outside like in general? Like not right now.
Well, yeah, they're in the
Okay.
wild. Where else would they be?
Exactly.
Because I was like a kid. Remember we saw Black Bee in the city when we were kids.
Oh, I don't know what kind of bees are in
Wait, are you
our
holding that
area.
mic the right way?
Is it on? We should switch it up. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I saw Black Bee when I was like a little kid in the city.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a wasp.
You could have been a type of wasp, just really pissed off wasp or something.
Maybe I've mentioned it before, but I didn't know that there was different types of bees until like 2-3 years ago.
Oh,
like
4 years ago.
bees and wasps.
That
and
vulture bee nest must stink to all hell.
apparently, people. It's funny. I looked up vulture bees. The only thing I'm seeing is people wondering what the honey tastes like. Like that's all they're interested in. And apparently, people have tasted. It doesn't taste good.
Well,
It doesn't taste sweet at all. It's like very bitter. And obviously,
it's like
meat.
rotten flesh.
Yeah, it's as
Wait, so they make honey, but that's not the honey we drink, though, right?
no. The honey they make is made out of meat. The honey that we have is made out of like pollen, like flower.
Yeah.
Oh, the yellow flowers on the
Yeah,
ground.
just
Well,
that
it's
kind of
just
shit.
any
Any kind of flower.
But hold on. Let's talk about bees for a second, because I'm not educated in the realm of bees.
I hate bees. You know what the most painful bee sting is? I don't know what the bee's called, but it's the blue bee. It's a bee that's like colored blue and black.
Oh man,
They're like this. They're really fucking big. So I know this some guy on a YouTube channel called like Brave Wilderness or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But got purposely stung himself just to feel it. It took him out. He's a pretty strong guy. He fell to the ground. It was like agonizing.
Yeah, I saw the video. He's like,
Bumblebees are cute though.
Yeah,
Little furry
I still hate him though because they have
bees,
stingers.
little fuzzy bees.
I thought.
You know what's weird also about vulture bees? They don't have a stinger. Instead, they bite you.
These things are fucking
Yeah.
hell. Like these are hell's bees.
Yeah.
Like these things escaped from hell.
They are demon bees. Yeah, it's a good description.
and they
of them.
should be called zombie bees.
I remember
you should,
9 years ago I was running a treadmill and then told me the light bulb and I looked up, there's a hornet circling the light bulb above my head. Like,
Oh, I
fuck.
It just
fucking
seemed
hate
like a
wasps.
weird like idea above your head.
Yeah, you got an idyllic bird.
and I was like, shit.
What birds? I was fucking knocked out.
What's that sound effect?
I don't know.
What is this?
I know you're talking about what like this.
Okay, but bumblebees are cute, Christian. They are. They're little furry bees. And do you
I'm
know how they
scared of them
communicate?
still. Oh.
They dance. Bees
Yeah.
communicate by
You know what? I
fucking
do
dance.
like. Have you ever seen those
La-
videos of a wasp gets inside a bee nest and it tries to eat the other bees? So wasp is like looking at them. So the way the bees defend themselves, they all rush them. And remember, a wasp is like this. A bee is smaller.
Mhm.
So there's like 10 bees covering the wasp, going all over it. They cook the wasp to death from heat, from body heat.
Bad wasp.
So the wasp gets
Good.
burned to death by
Wait,
the bees just crawling all over it so much.
Did I just find out something new again? A bee is a different thing.
Than
Yeah, a bee and a wasp.
Yes.
A bee is nice. A wasp is always pissed off and wanting to sting
Wasps
you.
do nothing for
So
us.
a bumblebee is not a bee.
No, they are the same
No,
thing.
bumblebees are
Well, maybe different speed. Well, they're all kind of. they're all
Okay,
bees.
bumblebees are different from bees.
Okay, so I just found out another piece of bees, which is bees.
But yeah,
The fuck?
wasps are the only
Bumblebees
ones
are
you really.
bigger
don't.
Oh, yeah.
and more furry.
Friendly.
Bees are smaller. So there's bumblebees, which are thick bees.
Yeah, and then-
they're big, dumpy, big, thick bees.
Hornets.
bees.
And
Hornets,
then bees are
two
normal.
Cs.
No,
Hornets are probably the most like famous looking bees.
they're not
maybe.
bees.
I mean, hornets.
Hornets and wasps are in the same family. Now, hornets and wasps are assholes.
They're deadly.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
Some
people
could be
die.
deadly, like the
They're probably
Japanese hornet.
some,
Maybe
but,
Well, some people die.
you could
from them.
die from like 10 billion things.
I
from
think
certain
bees
bees.
are more.
Wasps.
People are more allergic to bees.
Last year, my dad took 2 bumblebees at least. Like, you want
Can't
You
kill the
throw
bees.
some coins in a sock. Like
You can't kill the bees. We need the bees.
What do you think's
I
worse,
say we
hornet
kill
or
'em all.
wasp?
No, we'll
Kill 'em all.
we'll lose everything. All the grape tomatoes, no more.
I'll pollinate the flower.
What do you think's worse? I know.
That
What
was-
Are you coming?
Don't think about it too much.
do you think's worse?
It's a big task, okay?
I don't. I just imagine
Why
you,
won't anyone try the
approaching
honey?
Congress.
I know. I lay down a jar of honey and just like, don't ask.
Nobody questioned the color of this. Holy fuck!
Anyways, what were we talking about? Bees?
We're talking about coming on.
See, bumpies
flowers.
bumpies are the nice ones. I remember one time Bumpy was like circling outside.
Wow.
I ran. Holy shit, a bee! But or no,
Well, yeah, bumblebees are bees.
we got a hornet. That's good.
Hornets and wasps. No, hornets and wasps.
Yeah,
they kill the bees. They're assholes.
Yeah, bumpies are friendly. Hornet wasps are the deadly ones.
I don't know if they're friendly, but bees and bumblebees, and even wasps and hornets to an extent, have like a mentality of you fuck with me, I fuck with you.
If you run away from a
Like if you threaten me, I'm
if
after
you run from a hornet, it'll chase.
What's
You
the
guys-
weirdest thing? Why is it when we're like swimming at the beach, like
Oh yeah,
40 minutes, 40
When do we
minutes,
do that?
like all the guys, like 40 feet out into the water, why are there always bees around?
yeah. I was
I
getting.
know there's horseflies, not bees.
No, there's actual wasps trying to land on you.
Yeah.
Why are they in the middle of the lake?
I've never experienced wasps. I know horseflies, big horseflies.
So remember kids were meeting
Weird.
at the beach with our family, and there's
I always, yeah,
by the docks. There's like bees there.
yeah, I don't
and
understand
horseflies.
that. What's up
I
with
don't.
these-
I don't
these-
know if these are bees.
There,
boys.
there's so many variations of
No.
wasps.
There was. I remember there was horseflies and those
They're
things.
good. I don't know. There's
But-
some wasps that don't make nests. They just kind of like chill on the ground.
What'd you say?
Wasps.
Yeah, but they don't make nasty.
Nests.
Oh.
yeah.
I was like, they don't make nasty. Okay, so we're talking about wasps and hornets. Did you guys ever hear? Okay, now we're just into a big bug discussion, which I'm fine with. Did you guys ever hear about that? There's like a wasp that they call like the John Wick of hornets or wasps or whatever. You've heard of that, right?
Why it gets revenge?
It has a photographic memory, and if you fuck with it, it will track you.
It'll find you.
It will. It like photographic memory will
It'll
know
know
who
your
ran it.
scent.
And it's like if you kill somebody that it loves, it will like follow you and like try to fucking sting you and attack you, and it's relentless. And these things are like also like more durable than regular
Yeah.
wasp. It sounds like I'm trying to sell like a batch of 12.
Yeah.
Only for $9.99. But yeah, damn, you know what? I should sell those. Your own personal John Wick hornet. You pissed at somebody? Get
You know
them.
what? That's funny actually. It's like here's some clothing. Here's the wasp. Go.
Yeah.
Here's a picture. Here he is. Now go.
Yeah.
Do horseflies sting you?
They bite you.
Okay.
Yeah, horseflies.
Yeah,
are
I've never
bitches.
been stung by ever in my life, but I've been bitten like by like 100 horseflies.
Horseflies are big and black.
Yeah.
Big
Huge.
wings. They bite you. They're always by like a body of water.
They have yellow on them too a little bit, right?
I don't know. Nope. I don't know.
You know,
could
there's
have
some
different colors.
regular flies that's always strange to me.
Because
It's
I was
like
at-
camouflage.
I was at the beach and whatever, and there was like probably 100 stinging me of horseflies
yeah.
constantly.
So there are some flies that actually have the yellow and black stripes because they want to look like bees, and they look just like a bee. But if you look up close, they got the fucking fly head. But it works to deter other like
Oh,
insects, right?
Those fucking posers. They're just-
Yeah. And then there's like, it's like the praying mantises, masters of camouflage. Like there's some that are pink and white. They look like flowers and they just hang out at the top of like actual like tulips. And then
Praying-
they kill whatever like bugs like bees would land there.
Praying mantises.
Actual aliens, by the way.
The praying mantis
Mantids.
are freaky.
Yeah.
Are freaky motherfuckers. Do you hear what they do when they get horny?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
they have sex, right, Brandon? They
What?
fuck like
Yeah.
doggy.
That's the whole thing with the with the Star Wars or whatever. Wasn't there
doggy and Star Wars?
with the praying mantis? I think there was an alien like that or some shit.
Oh,
Didn't Han crack a joke, or was that from Family Guy? Where he was, that's like, hey, Dad, that's a bad idea, and some guy was on a date with a praying mantis lady. It's like you don't
yeah, I
want to
think
do
that was
that.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Fucking Star Wars.
Hey, maybe I don't know.
Mixing
I've never
the
seen
two.
Star
I
Wars.
like that
What's a
you're
Star Wars?
mixing the two. No, but Brandon, so a praying mantis, right?
Yeah.
Now this just goes to show probably their quality of sex. But the male praying mantis,
Yeah.
after giving her the night of their life, she's like, "Oh, thank you," and then she eats his head,
She needs nutrients
and not
for
the head you think.
I know.
She eats she kills him and just eats his head.
Yeah, that's a weirdly common thing in nature.
What a weird sex ritual. I don't know.
I don't know what ritual. But
like, is that like I want to know, like, they all do it. Like, is it has to be like innate. It has to be like in their like intuition or like whatever. So it is weird to just think that
it's funny how that evolves. I guess just one praying mantis was like, you know what, I'm hungry. And then I just started, it's like, you know what, that gave more advantage because like
I know, but it's,
you know, then it goes on and on evolution.
It's weird to think that like bug brains. I just wonder what that would look like have a bug have a brain.
Because they are fucking.
That's what it was like to have a brain.
Like
what is it like?
No, like and like for a bug, I mean, like,
yeah,
because like because like obviously they have thoughts in their head. They have
some kind of. I wonder what. Like, I do wonder what the level of.
I think you just want to know what it's like to be a bug.
Like grasshoppers, they hear or something through their knees. Like they're all. Oh, I know they breathe through their knees. It's so fucking weird because their entire body is filled with like trachea tubes, and that's where they get oxygen from.
Your entire body's filled with knees.
Yeah, so it's bugs are creepy. They're weird.
They are. There's like bugs with like 8 asses and like they got thoraxes and like what's a thorax?
I hate stick bugs because they're also. I hate the idea that I can go in the woods
their
and
little
then
stinky leg.
Any camouflage bug. Let's like, oh, I want to grab a stick for the fire. It's like, oh, the bug. It's alive.
There's also June bugs. They're like beetles.
We hate June bugs. You know what?
Hear empty
you know
minds.
what? I'm also pissed that they're not just around in June. They stick around for more months. This is bullshit. Stick around for your month, you sons of bitches, and then go away. That's the only time I can tolerate you.
You ever tell a story on a podcast where like I was looking at bed, turn the light off, I'm behind the pillow, I'll start balls flying, and I turn the light on, and a Jew bug's on the pillow beside me.
Oh, I hate that.
And then I walk off the bed, off the bed really fast, like right off. I'm like, holy fuck! I just go to my room and kill it.
Should have. They're evil. Man. They're evil sons of bitches.
I think the most painful bite that I've seen that one guy in Wilderness Raven Wars actually take is the giant centipede. It's like this.
I was just gonna bring this up. You had a centipede in your room.
This or something. Yeah. Took care of that. But that centipede was like this, and he let it bite his arm. That one. He had to go to the hospital for it.
I haven't seen a centipede in so long.
They're disgusting. Millipedes are
fucking. It's not because they're long.
I think a couple years ago, I lay in bed, and a centipede was on my bed. Really fast, I had to jump off and like get off the bed.
What is that saying? There's a saying. It's like, oh, you couldn't sell shoes to a centipede.
Only millipede.
Or centipede salesman. Centipede salesman. But don't millipedes have less legs? Isn't there like a weird thing?
They got a million legs. I'm kidding. They're segmented. The centipedes have 2 legs per segment, and millipedes have 4.
No, but I thought it was like a weird thing. Like
their legs are divided.
They're called millipedes, but they actually have less legs than a centipede.
Millipede. They might have less segments, but more legs. They definitely have more legs.
You know what?
There's a fucking lot of them.
Are maggots connected to
they're
those bugs? Are they part of the family?
they're
maggots or flies?
Yeah, they're flies.
Maggots?
Yeah, they're
baby flies.
They're baby flies. Yeah,
like those little worm things.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They're little white larvae, and
maggots
then they kind of like go in their pupil, like almost like a butterfly. It goes into a cocoon, and then they hatch, and then they're just ugly.
Bugs are disgusting. Bugs are gross. Like why aren't there sentient bugs? By the way,
yeah, there's bugs that are worms that eventually turn to like beetle-like bugs.
Can you imagine fucking dragonflies in like the fucking Jurassic period? Used to be like this.
Yeah.
Like actual wingspan of this flying around, like a fucking head like this. Like that seeing a bug's like you ever look at a microscope of like an ant head? It's disgusting. Like a bug up close is horrifying. And imagine they're actually like that size. That's crazy.
I know.
Fucking head like.
Well, apparently all the bugs back then were like massive.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
No, because
what gets me is
there's beetles,
the actual giant centipede that used to exist because you have like fossil records of it.
But
where it's like the size of this table.
Yo, what am I saying?
The urge to ride a centipede. No, it's actually bigger than this table. It'd be at the end of there to where we are. That's how long the centipede would be.
Would you put a saddle on it?
You wouldn't go. Well, you know what? How fast? That would be pretty fast. But you'd have to lay down on it. No, you can't ride that.
Why not? It's got a saddle.
It'll be like this far off the ground. Well, I don't know. Maybe this.
Maybe you just put your legs.
That'd be disgusting. I'd be horrified.
I had okay, because you brought up how it's like, oh, the wasps all attack the bee or whatever, and then I thought of the saying, the fox in a hen house. Right? You ever heard it? Fox in the hen house.
You would kill the hens.
So now I thought about that, and it's like, oh, he's gonna kill the hens, but usually it's in reference to somebody's gonna fuck your wife. Like you're letting somebody into your house.
Are they saying like the fox is like better than you in some way? Son of a bitch.
It really sounds like your own
Should I be-
insecurities.
Yeah.
You're saying this
what-
fox is better than me.
all roads lead down to furry.
But like, but like, if it is in regards to fucking, why does the fox fuck hen?
Sayings are weird. A lot of them just don't make any sense. I can't think of a single one right now though, because they all make sense to me.
See, like,
This is why we prepare always.
Yeah, but like, is that a thing? Like, I would imagine that it eats
Actually,
the
I haven't
hens.
heard fox in the hen house or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's like, oh, you're letting somebody into your life, and they're gonna be like a snake, you know, like
Which ones don't make sense? Like two birds, one stone, easy. What's one that doesn't make any sense? Where it's like fucking
this
fucking
is not
Looney
good for your
Tunes,
argument where you
Fox.
can't think of any of the. Let's
This,
see.
yeah, they all make sense to me, but there's something that doesn't. I swear.
Brandon, go.
What's it saying?
What's the saying? Saying one.
I don't know.
Shitting two birds.
Shim, two birds, one stone.
You're gonna shouldn't.
Okay, so two birds with one stone makes sense because
I
you're
hate that we
hitting.
can't Google anything. I
Wait,
didn't bring the iPad up.
Because you're hitting one bird. No, you hit
Yeah, well, two birds, one
two
stone.
birds. So
pretty
it's like
good.
you hit a bird with one, then the stone ricochets, hits another bird. So now you did half the effort, double the birds.
Exactly. Double the reward.
Double the birds.
Yeah.
Now, if we're thinking about another saying, like,
Insert saying. here.
how can we think of no saying?
No saying. Okay, we gotta think of one saying. I don't care how long it takes.
All I'm thinking about is all around the mulberry bush.
There's something. Okay,
This is a song.
there's something with the bush. There's like
beat around the bush.
okay, beat around and that's okay. Oh yeah, or needle in a haystack.
Do you know what's a
Makes
good
sense.
one? Beating a dead horse.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a
But
good
we
one.
can't think of any better.
Being a dead horse. Yeah, good one.
But wait, why would you be beating the dead horse?
But that's the thing. It's like,
Am I right?
beating a dead horse
talk
is
about it.
you just answered. That's why it's
Yeah.
a good one. Because why would you? It's already dead.
Yeah.
Why
exactly.
would you beat the horse in the beginning though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, because beating a dead horse is supposed to be like,
Would it be like,
it makes
why
no
would you
sense.
ride the dead horse? No, does that make sense?
Wait,
'Cause
ride?
you ride horses. You don't beat a horse to death.
No, but that's why they're saying the saying is you like.
But
that,
isn't it? But isn't the saying meaning overdoing it? Like, oh, there's no point now because you're done already. So stop. You're beating the dead horse. Like that joke is running into the ground. But wouldn't that also imply that you're doing something that also made sense before that happened? But that means it would mean beating the dead horse or beating a horse is like a proper thing. I don't know.
Well, maybe it just means like you used your horse, then it died, and then you're just beating it. Like, what's the point? You're overdoing it. I think it's a big thing of what's the point. I think that's more like beating a dead horse. Like, what's the point of this?
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
What's another one with horse? There's feed a man for a day, he gets a fish.
Feed. Feed. That's not even this. Like that makes sense. That's more of like a proverb or some shit. Like, feed
Simile, a metaphor.
Feed a man for a day and he'll not be hungry for a day. But teach a man to fish and he'll get you rich. I don't know. Teach a man to fish and you don't have.
Like saying riddles.
I just feel like I'm George Bush right now. Feed a man or teach a man to fish and then feed a man fish.
That's insane. Christian, George Bush has that right for his about to golf. He's like, we'll do this.
Yeah.
He's just doing his thing.
Feed a man fish.
Yeah, no. So
there's got to be one with fish, right? It's like, oh, fish.
I'm not. I don't know. Enough.
Wait, no. Catch a fish. You got your dish. like your plate. You got your plate.
Now we're just
I'm just
rhyming.
making them up.
Yeah.
Catch a fish. You got your
There
dish.
gotta be common sayings that make no sense, but we can't think of any one.
Oh, burst your bubble.
Okay. So how does that originate? Burst your bubble. How does that originate? That's what we'd love to know. I don't understand the context where it could make sense.
Pretty easy.
Oh yeah, when you blow a bubble.
Yeah, people blow bubbles, and somebody burst your bubble. Now you're sad. Now you're big sad. Somebody burst your bubble.
I never thought of it. That's really stupid. If that's where it came from.
Well,
I was thinking it was like, okay, because the bubble burst. That's another saying for like the economy suddenly took a dip because fucking Trump's meme coin got rug pulled. But the bubble burst, or it's like internet, or like video games in general. The bubble burst in the 70s because everybody was producing ET Go Home or what the fuck Go Home.
Go home.
ET Phone Home. What's it called?
You fucking go home, ET.
ET Go Home.
Phone Home.
Okay. Yeah, that's a creepy movie. That guy looks like a fucking.
He's not. Well, the
disgusting.
creepiest part is when he's saying B. He's like B, and he's all fucking ugly. He's like Reese's Pieces. He loves Reese's Pieces. grossest motherfucker to eat Reese's Pieces. He looks like if I'm having a bad dick day and it's like all shriveled. You know, like when it's not all hangy and the skin's all loose, like it's all fucking compressed and not.
I like
good.
the Family Guy joke where it's like E.T. is just the one guy in his species that's just like this fucking loser.
Oh, that was Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah, then he goes there and they're all just like, "What's up, nerd?" They're just talking normally. They're all like buffing, kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, they're like, "We thought we fucking got rid of you."
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing back here, idiot? So I don't know. I feel like we're going to force you to talk about Daredevil. Maybe we postpone that a little bit. There's only 2. We need more people. And Force has thoughts.
You know what? I want to bring up something. You know that cake that we bought you on your birthday? Yeah. Holy fuck.
Bees.
That was one. No, you pollinated on it. Yeah. That's what you're saying. You came on the cake. No, that was one of the best cakes I've ever had.
Really?
It was like a cookies and cream cake. Holy fuck. That was delish. And it made me say delish. Like I've never said that in my life. Delish. But that was what do you think, Virtual Force?
Yeah. What am I saying? He's right here.
Come on, look at him. He's never looked better.
I can't. We have to cut that.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jeez, man.
Oh, yeah, I've never.
What do you say about the cake? I don't know. What's so bad?
He came on it. I will say,
pollination.
He's looking pretty fit. He's got he's got a nice shape. This guy.
Robust.
He's built like a box.
Yeah.
On the same shirt.
Okay. The same exact shirt as usual. I like it. This setup makes no sense. He has a VR headset on, but he can't see us. You have this on where he is.
It's virtual.
Not here. Yeah.
We never say that anything makes sense on this show. Nothing does. The world's a lie. The world's a simulation. How far are we away from simulation theory? I think it's true.
Blue pill man.
Oh, that's true. We took a deep dive into Matrix and all that a couple weeks ago. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but okay, let's just really ask how likely do you think simulation theory is? Do we have free will? Are we just in a program? Is anything real? Brandon, go. How likely do you think it is? Just a percentage. Go.
Like 40%.
Okay, Christian.
Percentage wise, let's say 69.
Yeah, I'm going like 10%. I don't think.
No, because
for 20%.
There's a theory that airplanes drop chemicals over planet Earth when they're flying, and that makes us not think too deep about what's out there.
See,
if it was a simulation, we wouldn't need drugs.
But it keeps us like in this like state that we're in. So they're basically like.
But what state is that?
Of delusion. Yeah, because like the airplanes drop. You know the white cloud the airplanes leave behind. Whatever. That's actually chemicals that.
Yeah, I know the chemtrails fucking conspiracy, but I don't know. I think that that's one that's like it's too crazy to think like there's one drug that can all affect us the exact same way and like make one specific piece of like a part of us react a certain way or like take away a piece of information. It's too.
It all loses credit when I think you can't keep this a secret. Like if Trump's in office, he'll like, what the fuck, Matrix? You know what I mean?
See, that's also one of these things.
Also, all these aliens are landing in America. What if the ones that land in Russia or like the middle of Finland?
Well, how come all the aliens are always in always same place?
They're always in the middle of nowhere in the U.S.
Also, how come tornadoes still happen in any cities?
Yeah, tornadoes don't exist either.
Well, I think that's because of
it's all the buildings or something.
I think you need wide open space to have a tornado.
Also, I think people are just building in places that don't have tornadoes.
Yeah, I think it's that the city landscape doesn't allow for tornadoes. I think you need like a certain amount of space, open area to create wind enough to create that centrifuge.
No tornadoes allowed.
You said the governor. Check mark. No tornadoes.
You just have a sign out front.
I will also say that like COVID, I just can't believe that people think that was a big conspiracy. I don't get it. Just because
conspiracy and
it wears so thin when people think that the entire world was in on something.
No, I know. There's no way the entire world can ever be in on something like that and keep it a secret.
No, exactly. It's like nobody all gets along, and then one person would love to expose.
Although I do like I don't know if this is political. Should I say it? No, I don't know. We'll see if it makes a cut. Like
what?
I would love
that it originated from China because like apparently in all those documents that were released. And who was it? Somebody was interviewed. And he was talking about the Biden administration, all that stuff. Apparently, that's exactly where it came from. And if you've mentioned otherwise, you're getting censored. So, hey, it makes sense. It came from that one lab.
And they're saying there could be a COVID 2.0.
You looked at me like you.
Yeah, you.
You
It
thought
came
it.
from you.
They're saying there could be a COVID 2.0. I don't know. It might come from the same lab. And it's like, well, you know what? Blow up that lab.
I wonder.
Blow it up.
I wonder if another COVID comes around. I wonder if people take it seriously or like, fuck this and sick of it.
No, I think people are fed up.
Although
see?
it depends on if it's okay. If it's like a greater amount of percentage of death, sure.
As we're just getting into this, I will say I never have any affliction, even if it was a worse version of like a flu. It was killing people of a certain age. I do know that, and that's
Older
the thing
people,
is
yeah.
like I don't care about taking precautions like that because I would rather like save somebody's grandma or grandpa or somebody who's health. Like it's not all about me. That's why we took these precautions. Like me going like outside or like going to visit your family is a little too overboard. But I also think that because COVID, I don't think was as bad as it was led on to be. This really is going to fuck over. Like if we actually get something bad, then this is like, that's how I feel like the world is going to end. We're actually going to get a really bad virus. People are going to be like, oh, it's all fake, just like COVID. And then we're all going to die.
It's very true. It's
And-
Red Wolf, another saying.
And we're all going to die, and the world leaders somehow be alive. They got to die too, the world leaders.
Yeah.
Cut just that. Just where he said they all gotta die. The world leaders. No, yeah, I just think like, yeah, it was just a really big weird situation. But I don't want any like. That's the thing. Like people were immune compromised, like old people, and like if somebody's grandma got it, they died. Like that. Like not everybody that it happened to, but it happened to a lot of people. And like I said, if I can do my part so that that person doesn't get affected, I have no problem doing that. I'm not on some big mighty high horse.
Yeah, wear a mask.
Yeah, I mean,
Go to mass.
I mean, I honestly just I was always in the house. Never wear a mask.
If you did, that fucking dedication. Okay, so back to things that fucking piss me off because we're always going around in this circle of things that piss me off because even though I'm such a lovely man who loves everybody except these kind of people, if I look at you at the end of the day and I say have a good night,
Right.
and you just look at me and say good night, I'm not fucking going to bed.
What do you mean?
You don't say good night. You say have a good night. And or you say you too. You don't just look at me and say good night. That's bedtime talk. Are you going to bed? Are you coming to bed with me? What is this?
You know where goodbye comes from?
I hate the way it sounds. Good night, because it may sound like you have to sleep.
Okay, say to me, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night. What are we doing here? That means he's going to bed.
Oh,
How do I know when he's going to bed?
And what if you don't want to have a
Say
good
it to
night?
me.
Like
Good night.
is that not a demand? Where's my freedom?
I still remember.
What if I want to have a bad night?
No, do you?
What if I want to
Oh,
sleep
what does that
upside
mean?
down?
What am I offering?
A bad night.
I still remember. Like my teacher's like, thank you. I'm like, you too.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait. Well, maybe I guess maybe if there was something in reciprocation.
But it
No,
makes
but it's
sense,
like when somebody tells you like enjoy your food and they're working at a drive-through window and you're like you too and you're just like my day's ruined. I'm like I'm an idiot. They think I'm an idiot. I said good night. But yes, don't do that. That happens to me on such a frequent basis and it drives me nuts. Have a good night to receive a good night.
But that's the kind of thing that would upset like George Costanza.
But it's like I'm not going to bed. That's what you say to people when they go to bed.
I'm thinking about it. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you would say have.
Wouldn't you
night.
say that when? What? So this is said to you when it's not
Like they're
night? What do you
leaving
mean?
for the end of the night. So I say, okay, have a good night because that means enjoy the rest of your night. Good night means you're
Maybe
going
we
to
got to
sleep.
be more specific though. Maybe we should be have a good sleep. You know what I mean?
Wait, okay, if I say that to somebody leaving, I'm a fucking creep.
No, but having a good night is like you shouldn't say that when you're going to bed because that's all encompassing. It's a night. You can party at night. You can play Black Ops 3 Zombies at night.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's like have a good night means enjoy your night. But if somebody says good night, that means good. Like that means you're going to bed. That's
Yeah.
sleep time stuff. I only say good night when it's go to sleep.
Yeah, have a good night means you're gonna be laying there for a bit doing stuff, and then
What are you doing?
Doing stuff like that.
whatever it is that.
How good is this night you're having?
But good night means you're just like you're immediately going to
That's funny.
sleep.
Having a good night means you're gonna be doing all those little stuff, and then once you go to bed,
But like good night just means like you're immediately going to bed. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that to me.
Yeah. If somebody just says good night, that's something your parent says before they shut off the light.
Yeah.
Good night, lights off. You're going to sleep.
Or like,
but that's the thing. It's like I find it weird to be have a good night. It's either you get a U2 or enjoy the rest of your shift.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, have a good night. Good night. I'm like, I'm not fucking going to bed.
I wish pajamas were more of a thing. Now that I would love to have more
we had a pajama.
Like you mentioned the karate pajamas like 2-3 weeks ago. But I'm thinking like imagine like I imagine you visiting right,
me in pajamas.
and then I'm walking around. I'm just wearing a karate outfit or like Goku's like like his fucking gi or whatever you call it in the outfit.
Orange gi.
Yeah, you'd look so cool. What are you talking about?
Would you say anything if I was dressed as Goku?
Yeah, I'd say
I had the Goku hair, but it was a
show
really
me your
bad wig.
spirit balls, or what is it? Bombs.
When Goku raises his hands in the air, I need your spirit balls. He's talking to the earth.
Hey, I just thought about this. Right.
Also, that's funny to think about because like he's only really talking to like sort of the American like English speaking. Everybody else is like hearing like wada or whatever the fuck. They're like, what's this?
Do you guys also think that because you know the game Super Monkey Ball?
Yeah,
that could also be the title for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's funny actually.
That's true. Yeah.
Like it could be Monkey Ball, and then the super version could be Super Monkey Ball.
That's true. Yeah, that's something Frieza would say. Racist
You monkeys.
Saiyans.
Yeah,
Those
but
How
fucking
dare you ruin
monkeys.
my trip?
Or
Like
something.
my trip, it's vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Vacation.
Super Monkey Ball. That's Dragon Ball. They're monkeys. They're super, and there's balls. Remember when Bulma didn't have any balls? What a wild clip!
That one.
Wild clip, smacking her fucking dus. Where are your balls, Bulma?
No, I think
We should all watch Daima and discuss it.
I'll just
I haven't
make
seen
sure.
it.
The
But-
balls? Okay, but like this is the thing. I feel like they made Goku small again so they could like finally do away with all the nude scenes he had when he was young.
See, apparently, I don't know, was it one of
was
the
he nude
writers
again?
or directors?
He did the same thing to Chi-Chi. He checked she was female too.
They
And she was six.
they said that one of their goals with this show Daima was to basically bring GT back, and it makes sense. I don't know spoilers, but like,
What?
certain things happen that also happen in GT.
I need to know what GT is.
You know, no, wait,
we don't know what GT
it was also to honor Dragon Ball. 'Cause it was the fourth anniversary of Dragon
was.
Ball.
GT's designs were made by Toriyama, right? But the writing wasn't.
No.
Were
So
they
the-
young?
So Toriyama, there's no manga for GT as far as I know. It's a show that was made after Z. It's a continuation, but in it, that's where Vegeta has like a mustache, and
Mustache.
he wears like a black jacket and shit, and it has cool moments like Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
And but everybody considers it non-canon. It's
No.
bullshit. They ignore it. They say it's like bad quality. I haven't seen it myself.
No.
I think you
See,
and Forrest watched it
Yeah, I've
recently.
seen it.
Now,
But they brought it to canon. They even brought Broly to canon. People
Yeah.
love Broly.
It's because they're just they kind of
Broly.
see, yeah, now this is one of those things where it's just like people like since that was an offshoot something and
Yeah.
never got followed up. It's like they consider it non-canon.
Mm.
And it's like I don't understand with audiences and that kind of shit because it's like I don't like why is it non-canon? Like you're just sitting it because you don't like it. Just like
Yeah,
the
you
Star
know,
Wars stuff. Like a
what-
lot of people consider that non-canon.
But
It's like it
GT's
happened.
not. Yeah, GT's not.
Yeah,
Daima is canon, which is cool because now Super Saiyan 4 is canon now.
that is cool. Yeah, for the longest time, up until like Super came out, everybody still considered it non-canon. Super overwritten it, whatever, by taking place in the exact same period where GT starts and like doing their own different story. So
But-
now it's like okay, in Daima they kind of like they looked at GT, which now is like out of date and all
Yeah.
that shit, and they're just grabbing certain aspects about it that were
Diamond,
good.
yeah,
But I
Diamond,
still want to give GT a watch. Just
Diamond,
gonna-
Diamond Super take place before the last episode of Dragon Ball Z.
How do you feel about most, like a lot of people saying that they're all in their own timelines and don't make sense? Because canon's not a big thing with Dragon Ball in general.
It's all
Like
over the place, all over the map.
Yeah, like what was it? Was it the original Broly movie takes place in between like 20 minutes in an episode of Dragon Ball Z somehow, where he fights Broly in a different planet?
Yeah.
While Cell's around there. It's okay. So like they've never cared about, or Toriyama never cared about canon that strongly. So I don't think it's meant to be taken that seriously when it's like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish he did.
Diamond Super are canon. GT's not. And
Yeah.
All the movies are not canon.
Because I was wondering if now that Toriyama's gone, are they going to consider everything else made after not canon?
I would hope they consider. I mean, in the end, I don't care what they think. I'm going to watch it anyway.
Toriyama had involvement with Super, but not that much. He had involvement, but like
True.
a lot of people were writing the story.
The new
that's
guy is
canon,
Toyotaru. He's like Dave Filoni to George Lucas.
Yeah.
He's kind
he
of
was
the
an underling?
protege. Yeah, and he recently released artwork for another volume of Super, which I shared in the Discord actually. It's where they're all
Yes.
like jacked up and like you got like Ultra Instinct Goku, Orange Piccolo, Gohan Beast.
Yeah, it looked like all the
Vegeta-
boys
what's
getting
a
ready to
Vegeta
do a
thing, though?
podcast.
Yeah, it's Vegeta Ego. What's it called?
Ultra Ego.
Ultra Ego. That's fucking funny. I hate that name for Vegeta's form. Ultra Ego is like ultra dumbass or ultra asshole. Like ego is not a good thing to have. So why is he calling it Ultra
because you
Ego?
have Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego. That's why you want to have Ultra in there.
But yeah, but ego part is what's weird to me.
No. The reason why is because Vegeta unlocked also Vegeta has an ego, right? So
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's funny though.
No, because Goku unlocked Ultra Instinct by I can't remember.
Yeah, but it's
ultra prick, pretty much.
Ultra prick, ultra bitch.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like though. Because like ego is a bad thing to have. So why would he name himself Ultra Ego? That's all I'm saying. It's a little funny. Maybe like ultra evil.
Oh, Brandon,
take that over.
Everything in Dragon Ball is cool.
No, but Ultra Ego sounds cool. Ultra Ego.
What's not cool in Dragon Ball?
Yeah, what's I think what's one aspect of Dragon Ball we all hate, individually or whatever.
I guess when
it could be a moment, it could be a thing.
Bad writing and Super, probably Super.
Yeah, you know
Super
what?
has a lot of bad
What
writing.
about in Toriyama's? Go.
Huh?
But what about in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z? The originals. Go.
Bad moments.
You know what?
Give me something bad.
Well, what's yours? I have one. I have a good one for Z.
I love all the filler episodes.
Yeah, it's a love thing. What about See, I don't like that Super Saiyan becomes such a trivial thing. Goten and Trunks get it when they're kids, and they don't even try to train for Super Saiyan and just boom.
Yeah,
I think it should be reserved for special moments, epic moments. If you will. That's my hate.
I know that's the thing is that they made it so common that they had to introduce different levels to bring back the excitement.
Yeah,
to be like, holy fuck, this is above what we.
I still don't. The worst part in Super, I think, is how they ended the Goku Black arc, where it was just like, okay, the evil villain has spread, like he became like a mist thing, and like a virus. He went throughout the universe, right?
You might want to put spoilers. I know Smalls listens to all these, and he's just started to watch Super.
I'll throw spoilers. Wait, I don't know if he does. He listen to it. Maybe I'll throw in that. Spoilers. I'll grab that audio and chuck it over there.
Yeah, because he's just started Super. Like he watched Ultra. He loves Dragon Ball so much. Yeah. He's in the same vein. Like that's his shit. That's his big
spoilers
shit.
for Dragon Ball Super. Spoilers. I'll cut that and put that over there. Okay, so they wrap it up by just the Zenu, the god of everything, kind of just comes out of nowhere, and then he's like he races the universe.
Yeah,
and then that's how the villain's defeated. It's very much like the revival of F movie with Frieza, where it's like Frieza destroys the Earth, but then because Beerus or Whis is there, they're like, and then the planet comes back. And
have you guys seen?
Yeah, but it just makes Zamasu and merge Zamasu not look like shit after.
Yeah, like
Aqua's little tiny guy.
Like I don't know.
Have you guys seen a Dragon Ball media in the theaters?
Yeah. We saw Superhero and
last year before I saw the first episode of Diamond theaters.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
I saw Revival of F in 2015. I saw Battle Gods 2014 when it came out.
Did I steal that too early on? I don't know.
Forrest didn't see Battle Gods. We did, and we saw Revival of Forrest. We saw Broly.
Oh, that was cool.
And Superhero too.
We got to keep an eye out, and if because they always you got holes in your sock just like me.
Keeps happening.
They have reruns.
Stop bucking them. You're pollinating yourself.
We share our sock.
Hey. She has a name.
Sheila the sock. No.
My sock has a name. But yeah, if we got to keep an eye out. If they ever show the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie in theaters, we all got to go.
See that.
We all got to go. Like, fuck, I might pay them, or we might have to. I might rent out the theater, all of us, so we can go do this.
Why don't they bring that shit back? I know they're doing they're on like Series 6 with the most random bullshit characters. Fuck all of that. Let's go back. Go back to Yugi Matsumura.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Moto.
See, like that's the thing. Last year, it would have been a 25th anniversary, so maybe they came out.
Like
maybe missed it already.
The Yu-Gi-Oh cards looked so like whimsical, but also like cool. Like they look. And now we just got into the weird shit where it's all metal and like there's always these weird fucking characters where it's like I like if you look at those earlier cards like Feral Imp, Giant Stone Golem, Celtic Guardian, like they all had this cool like Middle Earth feel. Yeah, and then they just got way too crazy. Like and then you got Gate Guardian, which looked fucking sick, and fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like it was almost like Middle Earth like based, but with some cool like
dragons, magicians. That just makes sense.
Summon Skull.
Summon Skull always made me laugh. He was so badass, and then he was like,
yeah, doesn't he have like, sound
some
ridiculous?
little fucking stink voice.
Yeah, when Forrest and I dueled on John on Twitch, I noticed there's like brand new cards. There's like Dark Magician riding Blue Eyes, and it's like this is like 4,500 attack power. It's like, oh my god! But I mean, it, it makes sense. But there's a lot of variations to the cards.
I will say, I was very pissed as a kid to realize that in the card game I couldn't play Karibo and Multiply, and it just gave me an unlimited barrier.
Yugi was cheating.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's because it's only a thing in the show.
Yugi was making everything up.
He was.
So which Millennium
would you take?
Yeah, exactly. Got different colors here. Which Millennium item would you want out of all the Millennium items in Yu-Gi-Oh? There's like 6 of them.
Oh,
remember?
Like
items.
There's the puzzle. You could turn into. Well, that's the thing.
You got the puzzle.
You pretty much get possessed by somebody.
You got the Millennium Eye that Pegasus had. You had the ring. You got the key. You have the
rod.
The rod that Merrick has.
The Millennium necklace.
There's also the necklace.
The ring and necklace are different.
Yeah. Oh, there's also there's a whatever that one lady wears.
Yeah, that's the necklace.
I don't know what that does actually, but the necklace is possessed by like an evil bandit, and then puzzle's possessed by the good pharaoh.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah, and then the ring is possessed by fucking the demon of hell.
They're all so cool. I love the rod.
Is it? Oh yeah, that's what I said. It's the evil bandit Bakura.
Oh,
I love the ring.
Some random ass bandit.
I love the ring.
No, I thought you meant the woman's necklace.
No, Bakura's
yeah, there's
thing.
an asshole in my necklace.
No, Bakura's thing he wears. I love that.
Wait, so you would not be possessed by like, hey, it's me, man?
Yeah, every once in a while.
I would want to get possessed.
Bakura's such a nice guy, and then
you know what? That could be kind of well.
Oh,
no.
you know what? I don't think Bakura's a nice guy. Bullshit! You're telling me this kid doesn't know every once in a while? Like Yugi remembers. Bakura just fucking loves it. He just loves being a fucking badass and tries to kill everybody every 2 seconds.
Like if you're ever in an awkward situation, like if you said that somebody's fundraiser sucks, then you could get taken over by like evil Merrick, and you'd be like, you know exactly what to say, or Yami.
Oh wait, Merrick had a second personality.
Yeah, there's. Oh yeah, oh that's funny because like
Odian.
That was
Odian is real name, right?
That the explanation there is that's an evil from himself that was born when he murdered his father by stabbing him with Millennium Rod. And in the original Japanese version, is blood and everything. They show it. It's censored as fuck in the.
Do you remember
English
like his
one.
deep demon voice?
Yeah, it's like
no, but Merrick sounded like my Millennium Ride.
My Millennium
and
Ride.
then fucking his deep voice was like
Yugi.
What's Yugi doing to him?
Honestly, I would take I would take the Millennium Eye. Just because
I would
because I could walk around with an eye patch, and then when like I want to just like okay, what gives you power to do is look into someone's mind, so you can know if they're you can know all their fucking secrets.
See, I feel like I know
I don't know.
the base items, but what does the key do? And isn't there a cane or some shit?
He used it on Yugi in an episode. He went to his forehead, went like this, unlock your mind, and he went inside the mind and started exploring it like it was a labyrinth.
That's when he had all those mind pals.
Yeah, then he almost fell. It's like they're almost trapped. His kid's mind is fucked up. There's like traps everywhere because the other guy was in there too. Yummy.
Was that what Kaiba had? Was there any? Did Kaiba ever get one?
Kaiba's actual Millennium item that he's supposed to have in his past life that he had was the rod, but Merrick has it.
Yeah.
Okay, and
the Millennium.
I don't know because that thing in real life, if you actually had one of these items, I don't want to be carrying around a rod everywhere and having to explain what it is to people. An eye I can hide and cover up. A necklace they will confiscate it at the fucking airport.
Not only that, Yugi's fucked because like every third episode it fucking drops and he has to like piece it together.
Also, you might have to yell like Yugi, your hair will fly around.
Yugi.
So what will you yell your own name?
The funniest thing the funniest thing is that nobody comments that he gains like a foot of height and has a deeper voice.
And they're all fucking dumbasses.
Taya does. It takes her until the end of season 1 after like 50 times where he does it. It's like, you know what? It's happened again. He got taller.
You know, Yugi, there's something different about you. When he says that, I think not lying. There's something
if somebody that was like 5 foot, because Yugi's small, goes to like, I don't know, 5'8", 5'9", that's noticeable.
Yeah, but he goes from, oh, I'm sorry, Taya, to now everybody
that's
come.
True. Come.
Oh, God.
I have come.
Everybody come.
Now I will say, Yami Yugi's voice, incredible.
Oh,
what was it, Dan Green or some shit? It was amazing voice.
Powering, commanding voice, but also One of my favorite.
America takes everything way too serious. I love it.
What are you doing?
I love the fight with Pegasus. I also laugh really hard that if you watch that episode where Joey and Yugi are playing for the cash prize, fucking Joey really thinks that Yugi is just gonna keep all that money and say like, "Oh, fuck your sister's eyes." That's really funny.
I know, that's really fucking. I mean, as a kid hearing that, it's like, oh, that was a surprise. But like, it's like, why would he gets the money? But he obviously he doesn't need millions of dollars. Imagine that, like, hey Joey, I just bought a new house.
His sister's dying.
Yeah,
like, and they're still gonna be friends after. And I love that it's like, you know what, you won fair and square. And it's like it's so funny to watch that, to just think like Joey really thought that Yugi's gonna be like, you know what, fuck you. And
so do these people actually get hurt when they get attacked by monsters? Because they're always reacting when they do. Like, so there's a moment where that in like season 5 that I've never watched. I don't know the context here, but I know that it seems like Weevil killed Tristan or some shit like that, and she's like and Yugi's real pissed. So there's a meme where he says something. He says it in Japanese, and I forgot how it goes exactly. But he's like, like, he keeps saying that over and over, and he keeps summoning like man-eater bug to like whoop Weevil's ass, and he gets him beaten to death. He's like,
It's really weird because most, like, it's always like fucking a computer. Like, they're always using a computer screen or some shit.
That's the thing, is like, there's a fucking funny move or a scene in the movie where Kaiba's gonna summon Blue Eyes, like, create a dragon or some shit. And everybody's like, don't do it, Kaiba, it's dangerous. And it's a hologram.
Yeah, they do that. I know when they summon Obelisk, it's supposed to be like that taps into like the ancient secret powers. But
they never made any sense to me. Because, like,
remember when they were playing with the big tablet?
Yeah, the original lore is like, that's how they did it. Huge fucking tablets. Yeah. And then they translated that to cards with the evil spirit. I don't know.
And the way that those tablets, they were drawn on the tablets, looked like when you got the Pokemon like gold cards, from Burger King, they look like that, like a weird scribed like tome.
Does it have to be cards? What if they're like skins in Fortnite? You know what I mean? Does the evil Egyptian spirits go into that?
Oh yeah, okay. Pegasus was also a freaky motherfucker, right?
Oh
like,
yeah,
they gave him weird X-ray powers.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad you have to suck to know your opponent's cards?
I hate the cop out of the fucking like. The only way that he's defeated is the power of friendship. They stand in the way. The power of our friends. You can't see his mind.
We're closer than brothers.
The fucking song is funny.
Cecilia. Was that episode?
Closer than brothers.
Cecilia.
Does that mean
lovers?
Yeah. I don't know. What is he saying there, Joey?
Yeah, fucking Joey. Now, I'm not sure what you want to do there, Yugi, but if you play that card, I'm not sure that you're going to win. Then Yugi's like, you have to trust your cards, Joey. And then Joey's like, oh, fuck, I just learned how to play the game. Like, every time.
Wasn't Joey abandoned when he was a kid?
By his parents?
Yeah, there's a flashback.
Didn't they cut out his sister's eyes?
Yeah, it's fucked up. No, there's where you can see Joey as a kid running towards a car that's driving away, and his sister's in the car going like, Joey.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like he was abandoned when he was a kid. That's why they never really spoke.
Or they took his sister away. I can't remember.
How does sister's eyes get fucked up? Just stupid.
I think you're just losing her sight or something. The Daredevil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did she have the Daredevil thing? Like, isn't that how Cyclops got his powers too? Like, I swear that's the same origin story in the movies. Like, isn't it like he gets chemicals on his eyes and he's like, oh.
Because I don't know, that's weird. Because did he have his laser vision when he was a baby? Like, he came out the womb and he opened his eyes.
Like, I think they changed it in First Class, but I think I remember, like, in the original X-Men movies, he's like, gets something, he's like, oh, I can't see, and then all of a sudden his eyes go like red, and he's like,
because he's a mutant. But I don't know, maybe.
Do you know Cyclops' real lore?
No.
Like, he doesn't have heat eyes. His eyes are a gateway to the punch dimension.
Wait,
it's something stupid like that. It is called like the punch dimension, and it's all like punch energy.
I was gonna I don't know. I've never heard the punch dimension, but that
look it up.
I heard about his eyes not being lasers in the first episode of X-Men 97, where he's falling out of a plane and he's shooting the ground to slow himself down because there's a momentum that he pushes forward.
I swear, it's called the punch dimension.
So it pushes
it's
people.
Something as dumb as that. Punch dimension.
I mean, it's like the Flash with the Speed Force. Like,
there's
come on,
like people comic accurate, but if you actually think in the X-Men movies, we're gonna say that these guys has eyes to the punch dimension.
I know.
And you know what I heard is that he doesn't actually need the glasses. It's all like in his head that's he needs them to control it because he needs to like he believes in it in the punch dimension.
I see.
The punch dimension is so ridiculously stupid.
I know,
Punch dimension.
I don't like because they also introduced Batman lore where like he's not just a regular guy with a costume or whatever. No, he's actually there was an ancient bat god and that he was destined to become Batman because there have been many Batman throughout the ages and it's like that fuck off.
This is Madam Web spider tribe all over again.
Yeah, it's the spider totems and shit. Comic books really go over the edge real quick.
There are some things that are way too goofy from the comics. Way too goofy. Like you're trying to tell me, like you can give him kinetic energy. Just explain like it's kinetic energy. You don't have to say like his eyes are small portals because that means that says that there's something on the opposite side of these portals. So like you could just stick your finger right in his eye and go somewhere.
That is weird. I know there's a lot of stupid comic book lore.
Like, but that's what that means. Like, you could technically be just in his eye.
Punch dimension. I don't know.
Like, I guess it would break your finger, but like if you could withstand it, you could go through. And I'm excited to see Superman, to see the speedster stuff, as well as I'm excited to see. You know what? I feel like we're fucked over with Quicksilver in Marvel. He's done, right? He's not coming back.
Yeah, he's done in many ways. Unfortunately, there was the original guy we had in Ultron, where he died and it was stupid because he was like he got hit by bullets by going in front of them. Could have grabbed the person and ran. It's dumb. But then like you had the guy from X-Men 90 what is it? First Class. He came back in WandaVision, but that wasn't actually him. That was some big stupid joke.
Ralph Boner.
Now you burned that bridge. You can't really do that again. So now we're getting no Quicksilver, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's done. I think they don't know how to do speedsters. So like Eternals is done. I think they're just trying to avoid it.
They probably it's
like they are so OP.
Yeah.
Like because then
very true.
Like if you introduce a speedster, you have to somehow introduce that the villain can counteract him. Because how do you fight somebody who can stop time?
Yeah, the Flash is pretty much overpowered. He got killed, but instead of dying, he outran death. He died in the 80s, and some other Flash took over. Eventually, in the early 2000s, it was explained he was still alive because the entire time he was running from the Grim Reaper, which is kind of badass in a way, but also kind of funny. But, yeah, it makes sense.
I always just think it's like, okay, like we discussed this, and it's really
Resident
funny
Evil.
how for no Resident Evil, but how for like out of nowhere, Marvel they just have gods.
I know Thor is just there, right?
Like, and then it just makes you wonder, like nobody talks about Jesus. They brought him up as like a joke one time, but then that means like he's not real. Like if these gods exist.
Yeah, exactly. We know that's real. We know Zeus exists. He appeared in Thor: Love and Thunder. There are many gods in that area, actually. There's a god of dumplings. There's a god.
So yeah, they would have to mention like, oh, Jesus is around, or they know him. Because if all the gods hang out, so it's just like it feels kind of ridiculous that fucking like when you really think about it, Iron Man was fighting with Odin's son.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, it's hard to. It's like Captain America was fighting alongside with Jesus to defeat Thanos. Yeah. That's what's happening.
And fucking Thanos was strong enough to fight literal God. Like Thor is a god.
Yeah, and Thanos looked at Thor, the god, and said he should have gone for the head. It's like Thanos is a badass.
Like, and to think that there was a race of Thanoses. Like, they only had to fight one Thanos. If Thanos' planet was backing him, they would have been fucked.
That's weird. It's funny because, like, then Jane gets Thor's powers and becomes, like, Mighty Thor. So what if I grabbed, like, the cross, like I did Jesus' powers? You know what I mean? Like, it's absurd when you think of it with, like, a more popular religion than whatever that was.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, my God.
Just rising above resurrection.
Yeah, that's...
Just like, wine for everybody.
Yeah. Marvel. So okay. So
also, really fun. I would wonder, like, honestly, if I died and came back to life, and then I saw that everybody just had displayed in me exactly the way I died, I'd be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Oh, I know.
Like,
yeah.
I died for all of you. I got shot in the head, and you just see like there's a thing of me just.
It is weird when you think about it. Why are we celebrating him? His worst. It's not his worst moment, but it's like the most dangerous or deadly moment. I don't know.
It is so strange.
It's a little odd. Yeah.
Like, you just have the way that this guy is experiencing his ultimate torment.
And then, like, when you enter the church, like, here's his body, here's his blood. What the fuck, man? What creepy cult is this? Anyways,
Like, where do we stop? Here's his body. Here's his blood.
I feel like if Jesus
Here's his
came back,
shaft,
we'll just
here's his
fucking
balls,
we'll just eat him.
Cradle him.
Tear him apart. I don't know.
Maybe cut that. I don't know. What are we talking about?
We both went
I
off
said,
the
"Where's the
edge in
shaft?
both
Where's the balls?"
different ways. And me, no, and I'm like, people will eat him and
Wait,
tear him
I
apart.
said, "Here's the shaft." Not where is it? Where's the shaft?
We'll have to cut all that. Anyway,
So that's a Shamrock Shake, Brandon.
Speaking of Marvel, I want to get this in there real thick.
I'm loving it.
Loving it. So the Russo brothers directed a movie, Electric State. It's a movie about how we're too much on our phones and we suck because we got to get off our phones. It got 10% initially on Rotten Tomatoes, rose to 23 big percents. Now I bring this up because Russo brothers are directing not only Avengers Doomsday but Avengers Secret Wars. Is that a bad thing?
It seems like they're good directors when they have the proper script.
In Marvel, I think they might work within the Marvel machine, but man, looking at that and thinking Marvel's in the state it is now, and you gotta rely on these guys to make the other two movies.
It's just always seemed like they've done good with good material.
See,
so it's really
Electric
on the writers.
State, it's a Netflix movie, and it cost $300 million.
I saw that,
which is like, I feel like these guys are just ripping Netflix off. It's like a money laundering. They just want all the money.
I saw that Netflix was like, we're not even close to our ceiling, and we want to put more money into this shit,
stupid.
Which really gives me hope. Like, I could probably push and probably get into some Netflix property.
You could probably set up a Resident Evil thing. Honestly,
don't.
No,
you make me want to,
because it's like, okay, 300 million after they did Gray Man. No more. Stop it.
No, but it's like, it feels like they're pumping. There's so much content everywhere that it's like, if I really tried, I could get on some Netflix show. I feel like I could.
Yeah, I think they're just
Amazon.
They just think they can throw money at it right now. So I feel like any kind of creator can get in there and just get something done. Or just like, hey, 200 million. Yeah, it would cost that much. I'm gonna pocket.
Like, I could get my own show, like Being with Budge or
Being with Budge.
The Day in the Life of Budge, budging around.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see me do my shit. I come do the podcast. I got an interesting life, you fucks. Put me on camera. Oh, there's one. I put myself on camera. But put me on more cameras. Get more cameras. That's a requirement. You know what? We got a lot of content coming out. Mini Minds is doing great. Our TikToks are blowing up. There's fucking Film Tyrant. Between all of us, the amount of content that we push out.
We do push a lot of content.
Is en masse. Like, I got videos coming out 3 times a week on TikTok. I got fucking Mini Minds that comes out bi-weekly. We got the podcast. We stream frequently. You got Film Tyrant. You get stream on John Odds. You make your own clips. We got Fields Apart, which is stagnant.
Yeah. I mean, so it's unfortunate that Forrest had to join us virtually and that we've been ignoring.
I know. Sorry, Forrest. But we could start our own streaming service with all the content and backlogs we have.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, but think about it. We have like, here's like compilations of all our shorts, gaming shorts. Here's the Film Tyrant section. All Mini Minds. We could make our own.
$10 a month has like a Netflix menu.
Yeah. We should do it. We have to invest. And nobody watches it. But you know what? I think if we, for some reason, like if we put ourselves out there and do that, we'd probably get like a lot of traffic to be like, what the fuck is this? But then we need to get loans, okay? We need to get loans. We need to invest in editors, everything. Because honestly, if I could just show up, be the ideas guy, be the shot setup guy, and like somebody else edited this shit and they got my sense of humor and I could do like one pass through and tell them to add stuff in, amazing. That'd be great for you, for me. We could all focus on our own shit. That's the dream. I would love to get there at one point. But you know what? Mini Minds is going just the way I thought it would. It's going swimmingly.
But where can they all find it?
They can find me in your house. I'm one of those John Wick Hornets, baby. Look behind you. I got your picture. You can find me at Big Budge at twitch.tv/BigBudge, as well as on my Twitch channel. Didn't I just say that? You can find me on my TikTok at Big Budge. Videos popping the fuck off. I got an Instagram, Big Budge Instagram. I got a YouTube channel, Big Budge. And I stream, I make clips. We got Mini Minds, baby! Every bi-weekly.
Film Tyrant on YouTube, John Odds on Twitch. I got Bobbity over there, 188 on Twitch as well. Streamed with us. We did a commentary in Welcome Raccoon City. So we do it.
As well as
Oh my
Virtual
God.
Forest, Movie
over
Idol.
here.
Can you just AI something like, oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. Hey.
Ba-da-ba! So tell me about that Shamrock
I
Shake.
was
How
gonna say.
deep do you want it?
You like that Shamrock Shake? How do you like?
I love it.
You know what? I'm okay with it, but
I love
it's
it.
mostly just a minty thickness.
It lasts.
How
a long
dare
time.
you? It's
It
so
lasts.
good.
It lasts a long time.
Oh, that's good. That's
Damn.
true. It's very thick.
Damn, your comment. What are these adjectives? It lasts long. It's thick. It's fucking creamy. It reminds me of pollination. That's how Christian pollinates in that mint milkshake. But that's the thing. It's a vanilla milkshake with a tinge of mint. It's not fully mint, not
Really?
overpowering mint.
Yeah.
It's a tinge of
It
mint.
is that true? They loaded mine with mint. I feel like I was slurping mint ice cream.
Well, I guess it depends where you get it from. But yeah, usually it's a good ratio of mostly
Okay,
vanilla
okay.
milkshake with a tinge of mint. It shouldn't just be full